for another week of Lions football upon us. This week, the Lions playing host to the Cincinnati Bengals. So yeah, we have the Michigan versus Ohio rivalry. And we haven't even gone to Michigan versus Ohio State yet later this year. So yeah, anyway, for this game, of course, for the point spread entering this game, the Bengals are favored in this game by 4 points, so the Bengals are currently 4-point favorites. In terms of the all-time head-to-head series, the Bengals lead the all-time series 9-3. And of course, Cincinnati has had Detroit's number for a long time because Cincinnati has won the last 6 meetings against Detroit. Like the last time the Lions had beaten the Bengals was all the way back in 1992 in Cincinnati. Detroit has only beat Cincinnati once at home, and not even in Ford Field. Like, the only time Detroit ever beat Cincinnati in Detroit was in 1970. The first ever meeting between the two teams. And that wasn't even at the Silver Dome either. I believe that game was at Tiger Stadium. So yeah, Cincinnati, they've had Detroit's number for quite a while. And of course, this year, Cincinnati, they're 1-1 on the road this year. Detroit is 0-2 at home this year. In terms of the Bengals' key players on offense, well, Joe Burrow, the QB, he's questionable for this game with a neck injury. And of course, but I imagine he's going to play through it. So Burrow should begin to start this Sunday. And then at running back, of course, you got the bell cow, Joe Mixon, who is one of the top running backs in the league. And of course, the receiving core, it's a very young core. It's led by the likes of Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and then the tight end, Drew Sample. And of course, the Jamar Chase pick was an interesting pick in the draft when the Bengals took him over Penei Sewell. At one point, I think a lot of fans questioned that pick, because don't get me wrong, Jamar Chase is a damn good receiver. He's a generational talent receiver. Here was the problem what a lot of fans had with the pick. Joe Burrow got fucking killed last year, and his knee got ripped to fucking shreds. So, yeah. So, see, at one point, that pick made no sense at one point, especially when Burrow was coming off a massive, terrible knee injury last year. But so far, Jamar Chase has lived up to it so far, and Joe Burrow has yet to die. Yet. The key word is yet. If he does. But yeah, I honestly want to see Joe Burrow succeed. You know, I liked a lot of what he brought in at college. And of course, this is the first time the Lions will ever play against Joe Burrow. So, interesting to see how the Lions will match up against Big Joe Burrow. We'll see how the Lions do against him. Of course, the defensive line has a lot of playmakers. You got Trey Hendrickson. You got Larry Ogunjobi. You also got Sam Hubbard. Sadly, the Bengals defense will not have Joseph Osei, as he is on the IR with a torn meniscus. Oof. And of course, on the linebacking core, it's led by the likes of Jermaine Pratt, Logan Wilson, and Akeem Davis-Gaither. And of course, the secondary, you got Mike Hilton, Chidobe Awuzie-Hilton. You also got Jesse Bates there as well. They are going to be without Trey Waynes, as Trey Waynes is on the IR with a hamstring injury. So really, the Bengals aren't really that banged up. They only have 2 players on IR, and I imagine Burrow's going to play through that neck injury. And of course, up for the Bengals, the head coach of this squad is, of course, Zach Taylor, a.k.a. Diet McVay, as this year was a big year for Zach Taylor. Because we all know for the Bengals this year, they have to make progress if Zach Taylor wants to stay around a little longer. And so far, the Bengals, they've been off to a good start so far, pretty shockingly. This Bengals team is definitely a lot different from last year. I think the main reason the Bengals really struggled last year was Burrow getting killed, and then they gave up and tanked for Jamar Chase. And of course, the offensive coordinator was Brian Callahan, and the defensive coordinator was Lou Anarumo. So for the Bengals offense is currently ranked 25th. They're 24th in the passing game and 22nd in the running game. So the Bengals offense has had some issues, some bugs to work out. The Bengals defense, though, has really kept the Bengals in a lot of games this year. as the Bengals defense is ranked 14th so far. As the Bengals defense is 16th against the pass and their top 10 unit against the run. So running the ball is going to be a challenge against the Bengals front seven, but the Bengals have had issues in the passing game. Sadly, the Lions don't have many receiving weapons left with Quintez Cephas suffering a season-ending collarbone injury, and now Frank Ragnow is undergoing season-ending toe surgery. Just when the Lions can't get any more banged up than they already are. Damn, just pain. Absolute pain. And I believe it's another year or so before Ragnow's extension kicks in. The good news for the Lions is, though, Joe Taylor-Decker is going to be back this week. So that means Penei Sewell will move to the right tackle. I mean, if the Penei Sewell wants to prove to the Bengals that the Bengals made a mistake by passing on him for Jamar Chase, this is the game to do it. Like, I think Penei Sewell needs to ball out this game if he really wants to prove that the Bengals made an absolute mistake. I mean, during the draft, a lot of fans said the Bengals made a mistake taking Jamar Chase over Penei Sewell and choosing to let Burrow die again at some point. I mean, so far Burrow has held his own pretty well, but how much longer could that last? Time will tell. But so far, Jamar Chase has had a really good rookie season so far. I mean, looking at Jamar Chase so far, Jamar is definitely making a case for Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's for damn sure. Jamar Chase's talent was never out of question. We all know he's damn good. The problem is, though, even if he's damn good, it won't mean a damn thing if you don't give Burrow enough protection for him to get the ball off to him. Because if you have the protection, you can get the ball off to literally any receiver. But if you literally have no protection, then the Jamar Chase pick just goes to waste. But at the same time, though, I guess the Bengals needed that franchise receiver after the Bengals let go of A.J. Green and let A.J. Green walk away, successfully wasting A.J. Green's career in the process. Damn. The Bengals definitely have the talent for sure, but no, the Bengals this year I can't really get a gauge on because they've had a couple good games, but they've had a couple interesting games. And of course, they had that big game against the Packers. Hey, at the end of the day, though, sometimes you match up well against some teams and sometimes you don't. That's just the thing. Hey, any given Sunday. So, yeah, for the game this week, I've been looking at the Bengals, and I'm just going to say the Bengals are beatable. This is a winnable game for the Lions. The Lions can definitely win this game. I think the Bengals are going to start feeling the pressure of not wanting to give up that first loss of the season to the Lions. Plus, you look at the Bengals at times have had a tendency of playing down the competition or playing down to inferior opponents and making games against inferior competition look more competitive than it should be in the first place. I mean, a lot of Bengals fans are more than likely sleeping on the Lions thinking they're just going to steamroll the Lions in this game. I want to sleep. I think this is going to be a very competitive game, and I think the Bengals are going to start feeling the pressure. Especially in the next couple opponents are going to start feeling the pressure if the Lions don't beat the Bengals this Sunday. I mean, if the Lions win this game Sunday, it would be the most bungle thing to do for the Bengals. To lose to the 0-5 Lions and hand the Lions their first win of the season. So yeah, I think this is going to be a very close game. And you know what? I know Cincinnati's had Detroit's number for quite a long time, but I think Detroit is long overdue to beat the Bengals. I'm going to go for it. In my schedule prediction during the offseason, I predicted the Lions would start off 0-5, and I had the Lions' first win of the season being against the Bengals. Because at this point, Detroit's just playing spoiler at this point. Maybe try and ruin a couple teams' playoff hopes. Since right now the Bengals are trying to semblance any kind of playoff hopes they may have at this point in the year. So maybe sink them back down to earth, maybe? We'll see Sunday. But yeah, this game. So yeah, and so far this year, my schedule predictions have been correct, where I said the Lions would start the year 0-5. They are currently entering this game 0-5. The question is, so in my schedule prediction, I'm at 5 for 5. Can the Lions beat the Bengals and make it 6 for 6? Because it seems that all I have to do to be good at predicting the Lions' schedule is just lower my expectations. And it works so far. Hey, if it provides results, then fuck it. Then again, everyone knew the Lions were rebuilding this year. I mean, hey, if there's a chance to win a game, it'd definitely be against the Bengals. I think the Lions' best chance of winning is in the next 3 weeks is either the Bengals or the Eagles. I think the Lions win at least one of those 2 games. Or they might win both. Who knows? We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I got the Lions winning this game. I'm going for it. I'm taking the upset. I'm taking Detroit on the road. I think Cincinnati's gonna feel the pressure, and it's gonna get to them. I'm gonna say Detroit gets this game. Booking it here. I said Detroit will get their first win of the season against the Bengals in my predictions. I'm sticking with it. I'm gonna stick with it. I have the Lions getting their first win of the year this Sunday against the Bengals. Book on it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope everyone's a great day, and yeah, see y'all whatever I make next. Peace.